Extreme Collectibles. Today I'm going to do an unboxing, which I have not done before. Not only that, but I'm going to do an unboxing of a piece I bought secondhand, and I bought it directly from the one, the only, Gem Mint. It's a piece to add to my Spidey collection. It is the XM Electro. So I studied his review of it, and that's one of the reasons I bought it. And I don't think I could do a better unboxing and review, so I'm going to try and emulate Gem to the T. I'm going to go change my clothes. I'm going to, throw my voice. I'm even going to do some changes in the background. So let's see how this goes with the Extreme Collectible unboxing and review as Gem Mint of XM Electro. Extreme Collectibles here in the house. I look just like Gem now. But before we get started, see what I did there with that 4? That was pretty clever. I think it was clever. It was a little clever at least. Well, let's get started. So as I said, this is Extreme Collectibles masquerading as Gem, if you couldn't tell. So first I should probably say, hey Geminites, got another addition to the Gempire. But before we get started, I think I got the look down, I think I got the background, I just need to get the voice. So let's start unboxing XM Electro and I'll clear my throat.
Alright, so you get an assembly booklet with Electro. Let's see if we're going to need it. Yep, looks like we will. So we're going to keep this on deck. Product registration. I never registered any of this stuff. I don't know what the point is. Maybe someone could tell me in the comments. And of course, we get the art print. Wow, very cool. Take a look at that. As always, the side of the box has a little character bio about Electro, Mac Gargan, one of the early Spider-Man villains. First appeared in Amazing Spider-Man 9. Get the strap. He actually eventually wore the Venom symbiote as part of the Dark Reign storyline, working for Norman Osborn. So top layer of a pretty thin box, actually. Top layer is the base. Heavy base. Wow. Oh, they got electric cables and color-coded keys. Then we also have the 4 electric coil things, whatever you want to call them. Oh, so they're marked with letters and they have pegs. So we'll take these 4 out. Alright, I never watched an unboxing of this, so let me see. Is there any specific thing that has to go in first? It looks like it does want us to put in the coils first, so let's do that. So here we got the body and a very tall, heavy pillar. Man, this is a heavy piece, y'all. Dang. Boom. Alright, well the good news is they didn't drill any holes in them. Got it. Alright, cool. Alright, y'all, shout out to Customs. Did not drill a hole or break the statue for no reason. I do have to figure out these wires real quick. Alright, y'all, so there goes Electro by XM Studios, all put together. I'm not really sure if I'm doing the wires right. There's like a lot of wires on these coils that are supposed to go into his hands. He's got a couple of holes on each side of his hand. I don't really know what's supposed to go where. Let me see something. Maybe like that. I don't know. I'm not really trying to deal with all the wires, but you know, the thing that comes to mind the most when I'm looking at this piece is that most companies would have gave you Electro on a small little base, a little black base, or like a little rock base, but friggin' XM, man, they make every piece like a diorama, really, with the Spider-Man Villains line at least. Lizard had the sewers, Vulture had the whole building, Mysterio had the mist. So they really go out of their way to do like a whole diorama here. Electro has two heads, so this is his classic 60s mask, which they do a good job of not making look ridiculous. You know, it looks really good. There's no damage to it. And his other portrait, though, is really cool, taken from more of the modern look from like the Ultimate Universe. The sculpt on the modern face looks better, though, like the open mouth with the tongue. You could even see his little, what's the thing called in the back of your throat? The little punching bag thing. So I'm going to keep this on deck because I can see myself switching out these portraits every now and then. Whereas most of the time I box up the portrait I don't like. So it looks really good. My coils did all fit. I was just probably messed up somewhere. But let's do a little review on Electro. Looking at the base, you get this huge slab of base with this metal garage floor looking vibe to it. It's got all these coils with real rubber wires and these little electric nodule things. You have this big, what do you want to call this? Pylon or whatever, with like a glass globe top. Looking like one of those electric balls that you put your fingers on and it has the electricity. It's like a glass kind of look. Electro himself, he looks good, man. I mean, they nailed his classic costume, took a little creative liberties to give him some black textured rubber insulated look, which makes a lot of sense. Well, I guess he doesn't need to be insulated if he's made out of electricity. The sculpt is really good. It was sculpted by Daniel Bell. Paint, as most XM paint you can imagine, is pretty flawless as far as the lines and the execution. Is it a little flat? Nah. There's some shading in the green on the legs. But the sculpt has a lot of good detail. Like most XM sculpts, you can see his six-pack through there. You can see his muscles through the costume there. You know, we already talked about the face portrait. His eyes look crazy, like a maniac. And he's got this crazy grin on his face. I heard that the mask can be fragile. Mine's not broken. Hopefully I can keep it that way. But I like how it detaches, not just from the neck, but his whole, like, upper collarbone area. Big, huge key. And you could actually stand it up. That's pretty cool because it's almost like a little base for the extra portrait that you could put to the side of the piece. He looks really crazy, man, with that alternate portrait. I do like both. And instead of having the big starfish mask, it's kind of like wrapped around his head, which makes for a really cool look. Man, going strong with Spider-Man Villains Week. Electro, looking dope. Day 4. I think I'm going to go ahead and do Sandman next for day 5. Then Kraven for day 6. Kingpin still hasn't come in, man. That's the only piece that I'm still waiting on to wrap up Villains Week. But hit a like, hit a dislike, man. I seem to get a lot of dislikes lately, but hey, thanks for the view. Drop me a comment. What do you think about the piece? Maybe somebody can help explain to me what I'm supposed to do with all these wires. I mean, I know I'm supposed to like untangle these and put them in his hands. I mean, I don't know if that's even really worth it, to be honest.
Man, talking like that for too long has really messed up my voice. So let's do this. Let's switch back. Let me go change my outfit and the background here, and we'll switch back to what I normally look like. But I hope you enjoyed my impression of Gem. So give me a few minutes. Okay, a few hours later, I've changed everything back. I really hope you enjoyed my impression of Gem. I think I did pretty good. But in all seriousness, awesome review that I was able to emulate and copy. So I hope you got all the information off XM Electro that you wanted. And a big thank you to Gem for allowing me to do that. In the rare circumstance you have not subscribed to his channel, go ahead and check that out, Gem Mint Collectibles. He also has an online store. He does comic content daily. He does statue reviews. Very cool guy in the community, so I really appreciate that. But from Mr. X here, thanks for watching, and if you liked it, give me a like, and too bad you can't do videos on YouTube. I would say show me your best Gem Mint impression, but I'm pretty sure I knocked it out of the park. So until next time, take care.